guys, so I am going to Peru, or I guess by the time you see this, I will be in Peru. So I am going to pre-record and upload several travel-themed videos, and you guys can see my kind of preparation for a trip process. For this one, I'm going to talk about all of the reading I did to prepare for my trip to Peru. Now, I did a lot of reading online, but I also read several books. I got this on my Kindle, and then I got the paper one just so I would have it to carry it around. It's the Moon brand guidebook. It was the one that got updated last year and had pretty good reviews. So I like this one because it has some pictures, like of birds and stuff, and also some like historical information. It has a whole section in the back that's just like history and geography and that kind of stuff. So I pretty much read through the whole book, trying to figure out where we wanted to go, what we wanted to see, how we would get around, that kind of thing. So in the same vein as guidebooks I will be bringing with me, I have the Machu Picchu guidebook, a self-guided tour. I have the paper version. I lent it to Katie so that she could read it before we left. So this is basically just, you take the book with you. While you're walking along, it'll tell you, okay, now you're looking at this, now turn this way and you'll see this other thing. Here's what they discovered, here's what they used it for, here's all of this information. And I think it was useful to read it beforehand so we would at least kind of know what was coming, but I think it's going to be even more useful when we're there looking at the stuff. So now I also read several books that are just background information. The most academic was this one, Born in Blood and Fire, A Concise History of Latin America. I think he wrote it to like be a textbook kind of reading book for his class. It basically just goes through from pre-Columbian times all the way to the 1990s. I found this really useful to kind of get a better understanding of the history of the whole region. This is a book I got at a book fair in like 5th grade or something. It's Myth, Legends, and Folk Tales of Latin America. So I am interested in folklore in general, and this book is illustrated, and not all of the tales are from South America, but you know, it's still interesting to kind of see what the differences are between the folk tales that they tell in Latin America and the folk tales that they tell here. So the last one is an audiobook. It's called Turn Right at Machu Picchu, Rediscovering the Lost City. It's a true story, or at least as true as this kind of, you know, travel memoirs can be. This guy's having a midlife crisis, and so he goes off to Peru and hikes around the Andes with this crazy Australian dude and some mules, and I am glad we are not hiking around the Andes quite like this. It was interesting to hear about the geography and to hear about the history of the discovery of all of these ruins in the early 20th century. So this is probably the most prepared I've ever been for a trip as far as like background reading goes. I have always wanted to go to Peru, but I just didn't really have that much knowledge about the country, except for, oh, that's where Machu Picchu is. Tune in next time for another installment of Jessie Prepares for Going to Peru. Alright, bye!